Literally in the next couple minutes, we're going to be talking about exactly how you can upload all of your Antigravity agentic workflows for free into the cloud using the platform Modal.com. Now here is the problem. If you're using Antigravity on your computer right now, anytime your internet cuts or your computer dies, well, your workflows aren't going to be operational. And so if you have mission critical workflows that you need to run at any point in time, anywhere in the world, and potentially even have your team members access them as well, you're going to need to host them in the cloud. And today we're going to be doing that using Modal for free. Let's get into setting this up really quickly in the next couple of minutes. First of all, we're going to sign up for an account and we're going to log in via our Google email address over here. Okay. And inside you'll notice, first of all, you have $5 worth of free credits. Okay. And that's going to take you a while to get through. And they also have this configuration set up here, but we're actually going to go ahead and ignore this because this actually took me quite a long time to figure out, because every time I was running it, I was encountering errors. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to literally just copy and paste this entire script that's going to bypass all of the errors that took me a long time to figure out. And this is going to be down below in the description for free for you guys to copy. And once you have this, what we're going to do is we're going to head into Antigravity and we're going to create a new window over here. The first thing is we actually have to create a new project. So we're going to start from scratch. So I'm going to open a folder. I'm going to go into my documents tab and Antigravity, and I'm just going to call this something nice and creative like that, and open it up, and we're good to go. So we have a blank slate here. And the first thing that I want to do is create a file up here at the top left-hand corner, and I'm going to call this instructions. Okay. .md, and MD stands for markdown. It's just plain text that's kind of styled, and we're going to paste this in. I'm not going to go through this whole script because really you don't actually have to understand anything that's going on here. This is just, other than this, just giving instructions to Antigravity in order to set up the Modal connection properly. So we're going to go ahead and save this, and now we're officially set to launch this. I'm going to create a prompt with two requirements. First of all, we're going to create the world's probably simplest agentic workflow known to humanity. And second of all, we're going to create the connection between Modal.com and Antigravity. So let's go ahead and do that. Can you please go ahead and create a very simple agentic workflow where I can send a user's name and this agentic workflow will respond back by saying, hey, and then the user's first name. And also, can we go ahead and read instructions.md and connect Modal.com into Antigravity? Okay, perfect. So that sounds good to me. I've sent it off, and now Antigravity is just going to work for us and integrate the two applications together. First of all, it's going to analyze all of the instructions right over here, and we're going to have to accept a bunch of tasks over here, just giving the green light to Antigravity that we're happy with all the changes it's making. And the only thing worth pointing out here in this entire setup is that we're going to land on this screen right over here. And the only thing that we have to do is create a token. Okay. This is essentially the one step that we have to do to connect Antigravity into Modal.com. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to authorize this. The API token has officially been created and we're good to go. Now, in case for whatever reason it doesn't work and it's trying to open up like Google or whatever, all we have to do is come back in here and say, can you please make sure that workflow is created? I don't need you to open up a new browser. And can you please give me the URL that I can officially use to call this workflow? Okay, we're going to go ahead and send that off. And now Antigravity, following up on this request, should be able to provide us exactly what we're looking for. And of course, we're just going to have to go ahead and accept a bunch of stuff. It is set up the very, very simple workflow right over here for us. And it's going to go to work getting that webhook for us in a couple seconds here. We can see that coming in and we are good to go. Okay, awesome. So here's the webhook. This is the live webhook right here. And I'm going to copy this. I'm going to head over into something like NADN where I can actually activate this workflow by opening up an HTTP request, dumping that in here and executing the step. And we can see that it successfully launched the workflow. You could also just open up a brand new tab on your computer. Okay, enter this in and we can see message equals hey Jono, which is what I requested when I provide a name, like for example, my full name here. I want it to reply back with the first name and hey. Okay, and the status is success. So if we go into Modal, we can actually see this workflow running. Everything looks good to go. And this is perfect. We have set up our first workflow where we can call it via an HTTP request. But the other type of trigger that I want to set up as well is something called a scheduler, which means that every second, minute, hour, day, week, month, or year, we could essentially on a schedule have the workflow keep repeating itself. Okay, and how we do that is heading back into Antigravity, and this time we're going to restructure the same workflow. Can you please change the trigger of the existing workflow to a schedule trigger so that every 10 seconds it sends a request over to a webhook that I'm going to provide you with. Okay, so I've gone ahead, created the prompt, and now we need a location for this new workflow to send the output or the data to. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL inside NADN, and I'm going to say post request down here. And then I'm going to paste that in. The reason why I'm saying post request is that we just need to align the HTTP methods. So if it's post here, we also need to make sure that the post request is labeled here as well. And it's going to go ahead and change that so that every 10 seconds, we're going to receive data inside NADN. And this obviously is just for example. You can set whatever cadence you want. Cool, and it's all fired up. Everything looks good to go. And if we come back into NADN, we can actually see all of the information coming in right here in real time. Hey, Jono, sent at whatever time this is. So we've gone ahead and actually updated the trigger here so that instead of it being created or instead of it being run from an HTTP request, it's running on a particular schedule. And just to wrap up this video, we're going to cover the pros and cons of hosting Antigravity locally versus in the cloud. First of all, if it's on your computer, the problem is that anytime you're running these applications, if your computer dies or the internet cuts and so on and so forth, you're not going to be able to run mission critical business operations. Whereas if it's in the cloud, you can run mission critical operations anywhere by anyone at any point in time. On your computer, of course, when you're using Antigravity, well, it's free, right? And in the cloud, it's also incredibly cheap and it's pay per use with tools like Modal, for example. It'll take you a long time to go through $5 of credits on this application. The next thing is if you're running agentic workflows on your computer, you can run these instantly, right? But in the cloud, the issue is that servers have to spin up. Let me explain exactly what that means. Think about having an old computer, right? When you want to use it, you have to turn the computer on and then use it and then turn it off. Same kind of deal with these endpoints. Essentially, when you request for it to run, it has to spin up the server, run it, and then it shuts down immediately afterwards. So it does take a bit longer to run. The next thing is on your computer, you're not going to deal with timeouts, but on the cloud, you're likely going to deal with timeouts. Let me explain what that means. Let's say you're running a Modal agentic workflow here and you start it with an HTTP request. Well, if you're waiting 10, 20, 30 minutes for it to complete a really long request, this may time out and cause an error. So what you typically want to do in the cloud is you want to, first of all, have two workflows. The first workflow calls the agentic workflow, and when the agentic workflow finishes, it starts a second workflow where the data is received via a webhook. And lastly, on your computer, you're probably not going to need authentication, but on the cloud, because you're dealing with webhooks, okay, and these are publicly available, if you don't authenticate it, somebody could find this and they could use it, and if you have a paid API attached to it, they could rack up a huge bill on your behalf, which you probably don't want, and you just need to go ahead and secure that to avoid that from happening. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found value in it. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.